Hi everyone, so this is a continuation of stoichiometric calculations part 2. So if you've noticed a while ago, we ended up with mole to mole conversions. Now this time, what happens if we now have a mass to mass stoichiometric calculation? Alright, so still we are given the same chemical equation, balanced chemical equation as what we had in the previous example, but this time we are asked how many grams of iron Fe are needed to form 3.12 grams of Fe2O3 or iron 3 oxide. So we are now asked how many grams, so the number of grams of Fe is equal to what is given to us, 3.12 grams of iron 3 oxide, so that's Fe2O3. So take note that this is in grams, so we must convert it into the number of moles. So we'll have one conversion factor here, so 1 mole of Fe2O3, and then based on our calculations done prior to this example, we know that Fe2O3 has a molar mass of 159.7 grams of Fe2O3. Okay, so take note, you do not multiply it with the coefficient. You do not multiply the molar mass with the coefficient in your balance equation. Okay, so you are just asked for the molar mass of the compound itself because the mole ratio serves to do that already. Alright, so we can cancel grams of Fe2O3, cancel grams of Fe2O3. After that one, we need to add another conversion factor. Okay, so after getting the moles of Fe2O3, we now relate Fe2O3 with iron, right? Because we are asked for iron. So in here, in the balanced chemical equation, 2 moles of Fe2O3 are produced from 4 moles of iron. So we can place that here, 4 moles Fe, because this is what we want, and then we need to cancel moles of Fe2O3. So 2 moles of Fe2O3 here. Now we can cancel moles of Fe2O3. Alright? Now after that one, we now have the remaining unit is the number of moles of Fe. So since we want the grams of Fe, so we must convert moles of Fe into grams of Fe. And how do we do that? We add another conversion factor such that we will be canceling moles of Fe and end up with the unit of grams of Fe. Right? So this is practically your molar mass of iron. So 55.85 grams. So we get to cancel moles of Fe in here, cancel moles of Fe there. Alright, so we can carry out the whole equation itself. So that is 3.12 divided by 159.7, alright, times 4 divided by 2, okay, times 55.85. So in here we have 2.18 grams of iron. Right? So 2.18 grams of iron. That's our answer. It's 2.18224, but we ended up with 3 significant figures since we have 3 SFs in our given. Alright? So here is how the solution looks like. Alright? And then maybe a little time to reflect on how it was obtained. Okay, so take note, be careful with the mole ratios, be careful with the molar mass. Again, in cancelling out or in giving the molar mass, do not multiply it with the coefficient in the balance equation. Alright? So stay tuned for a few more complex or more difficult examples if we can. and I hope you get to practice on your own as well. Okay, so for now you can take a break and have your coffee.